Good morning students. Today we are going to see Unit 5 Magnetism and Electromagnetism. Before we go to the topic, let us revise the previous class portions. Magnetic field. Magnetic field is the region around the magnet where its magnetic influence can be felt. That is defined magnetic field. Magnetic field is the region around the magnet where its magnetic influence can be felt. What is called magnetic field lines? A magnetic field line is defined as a curve drawn in a magnetic field in such a way that the tangent to the curve at any point gives the direction of the magnetic field. What is called magnetic flux? Magnetic flux is the number of magnetic field lines passing through a given area. Number of magnetic field lines passing through a given area. What is called magnetic flux density? The number of magnetic field lines crossing unit area. Crossing unit area kept normal to the direction of field lines is called magnetic flux density. Now, let us see the properties of magnetic lines of force. First property, it is a closed continuous curve extending through the body of the magnet. Closed continuous curves extending through the body of the magnet. Magnetic field lines start from the North Pole and end at the South Pole. It starts from North Pole and end at South Pole. Magnetic lines of force never intersect with each other. It is maximum at the poles than at the equator. Tangent on the curved lines gives the direction of magnetic field. Now let us go to the today's portion. Page number 54 in physics book. The learning objectives are: understand the concept of magnetic effect of current, calculate the force exerted on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. First, let us see the magnetic effect of current. Hans Christian Ørsted, he was a famous discovery of electromagnetism. He was a Danish physicist and chemist. While setting up his materials for a lecture on heating effect of current, he observed that a compass needle placed near the circuit got deflected when he was switching the circuit on or off. Later, for months, he researched for this result to confirm a direct relationship between electricity and magnetism. Influenced by Ørsted's findings on electromagnetism, Ampere developed a mathematical expression for magnetic force between current carrying conductors. The CGS unit of magnetic induction is named in the honor of this great scientist. That is, the CGS unit of magnetic induction is Ørsted. Ørsted is also considered to be the discoverer of the metal aluminium for producing it for the first time in 1825, though in impure form. In 1820, Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted performed an experiment which led to an important scientific discovery about relationship between magnetism and electromagnetism. Now, it was on 21st April 1820, Hans Christian Ørsted, a Danish physicist, gave a lecture. He demonstrated electric circuits in a class. He switched on and off the circuit. Accidentally, he noticed the needle of the magnetic compass was on the table. It deflected whenever he switched on. The current was flowing through the wire. It was clear to Ørsted that something significant was happening. He conducted many experiments to find out the magnetic effect of current. See the circuit. Oersted aligned a wire XY that they were along the north-south direction. The wire XY is in the north-south direction. He kept one magnetic compass above the wire at A and another under the wire at B. When the circuit was open, no current was flowing. When the circuit was open, see the circuit, here it was in open condition. So here no current was flowing through it. Then what happens to the compass needle? The needle of both the compass was pointing towards the north. Now the next question arises in our mind. What happens when the circuit was closed? When the circuit was closed, an electric current flow in a circuit. Then the needle at A point to east and needle at B to west. See this circuit, here the circuit was closed. The circuit was closed. So the current was flowing in the circuit. Then what happens to the needle? The needle at A pointed towards the east and the needle at B pointed towards the west. This showed that current carrying conductor produces magnetic field around it. How can we find out the direction of the magnetic field lines around a current carrying conductor? It can be easily understood by using the right hand thumb rule. Hold the wire with the 4 fingers of your right hand with the thumbs up position. The direction of the current is towards the thumb. See the diagram here. We have to hold the wire with a thumbs up position. Now the thumb pointing towards the direction of the current, and then the remaining 4 fingers gives the direction of magnetic lines. Then the magnetic lines curl in the same direction as your other 4 fingers. So if the direction of the current is towards the thumb, then the magnetic lines curl in the same direction as your 4 fingers. This shows that the magnetic field is always perpendicular to the direction of current. Now let us see at what factor the strength of magnetic field depend on. Now let us see the first one, the current in the wire. Greater the current, stronger is the magnetic field. That is, the current and the magnetic field both are directly proportional to each other. When we increase the current, the magnetic field also increases. If the current decreases, the magnetic field also decreases. So both are directly proportional to each other. So the greater the current, stronger is the magnetic field. Second point, distance of the point from the wire. Magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance. That is, if the distance decreases, the magnetic field increases. The strength of the magnetic field decreases when the distance increases. Next, third point, orientation of the point from the wire. The place where we have the distance of the wire. Next one, the magnetic nature of the medium. By winding the coil over a soft iron cylinder called core, the magnetic field can be increased. So how we have to increase the magnetic field? By increasing the nature of the medium. So the strength of the magnetic field at a point due to current carrying wire depends on, first one, the current in the wire. When the current increases, the magnetic field also increases. Both are directly proportional to each other. Distance of the point from the wire. The distance and magnetic field both are inversely proportional to each other. So the strength of the magnetic field decreases when the distance increases. Third one, orientation of the point from the wire, where we have to keep the wire. Next, the magnetic nature of the medium. It depends upon the nature of the medium. When we use a soft iron cylinder, the magnetic field can be increased. It is a very important question. On what factor the strength of the magnetic field at a point due to current carrying wire depends on? The current in the wire, distance of the point from the wire, the orientation of the point from the wire, the magnetic nature of the medium. Thank you, students.